Trump looked hard at Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Then he answered, "This campaign will be unlike any presidential campaign in history. The indictments in courtrooms and rigged juries and judges will all be the central part of the show. That will be the campaign. As the American people, for perhaps the first time in almost a century, see and understand the stakes. This is an election for the heart and soul of the country. These faked rigged trials about a faked rigged election will finally bring down the deep state." RFK just shrugged again, unconvinced, but he understood Trump was completely convinced, and no one would persuade him otherwise. "Which brings me to you," Trump said. "Me?" Kennedy asked, confused. "I need your help, Bobby. We have a once-in-a-lifetime chance to change everything, to take out the deep state once and for all." "If everything goes the way you hope, I'd be happy to play whatever part I can," RFK said. Trump just looked at RFK for a moment before he replied. This was the most important part, one of the keys to the entire plan. "I'd like you to join the ticket and run with me," Trump said simply. Robert Kennedy was shocked. He hadn't been truly shocked by much in a long time. And then he laughed. "I'm sorry, Mr. President, but you must be joking." "Do I look like I'm joking?" Trump asked, his face a mask of stone-cold seriousness. "Assuming I could actually commit to being your running mate without my wife filing for divorce and my family disowning me, both of which are near certainties, isn't this a little premature? You haven't actually won the Republican primary yet, and I haven't actually lost the Democrat primary yet," RFK said, pointing out the obvious. President Trump stood then and began pacing one end of the small conference room. "All true. Especially on the personal side, there would be some hurdles for you, but nothing we couldn't overcome, I don't think." Trump paused his pacing and turned back to Kennedy. "I told you this campaign would be unlike any other campaign in American history. It will be wildly unconventional. Like me." Here Trump paused again and flashed his wide, goofy grin. "And like you." "Unconventional is one thing," Bobby began, but Trump cut him off and continued. "I am going to declare the primaries effectively over before a single vote has been cast. The other candidates and their supporters will squeal like stuck pigs, of course, vowing to stay until the last vote is counted or whatever, but it won't matter, because then I'm going to introduce my vice presidential running mate to the world, the son of one of the most beloved political families and dynasties in American history, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Trump smiled again, already triumphant, and then he winked at RFK. Then the squilling will really start. Bobby Kennedy honestly couldn't believe what he was hearing.